Well, hello folks. Welcome back to the channel. It is all about racing. Today I've got something really special for you. This is a really cool Lamborghini Huracan GT3 EVO, that of gear racing, powered by GRT Grasser. And this was the one that competed in the 24 Hours of Daytona in 2020. Now this livery, as you can see, is very, very unique. And we're going to go over it in detail in just a moment. But that being said, first, I guess just cover the basics. This is a 143 scale model by Spark. It is a limited edition model. It does come on a wooden base. This is number 249 of 500. It also comes with a jewel case to cover it and a matching box that is clear on both ends. Looks like that on the back because this competed at Daytona. It's got the American theme to it. For those of you overseas, that's what you get. If it compared at the Nürburgring, it would have a German thing, when it usually has a picture of the track on it, and Spa, so forth and so on, Monza, wherever they race. Anyhow, that being said, so let's get down to this. Now, this is a rather unique livery, and I call this my Go Girl Go car. This is not an Iron Dames car, but it is a gear car, which stands for for girl empowerment around racing, just like the Iron Dames. Essentially, you have got both Christina Neilsen and Katherine Legge as the two main drivers in this, and they were joined for the 24 by Tatiana Calderon, who's a Colombian, she's a silver driver, and by Rahel Frey. You know her, she is Swiss, she is one of the Iron Dames, and she is a gold driver. Anyhow, because two of the drivers in here were amateur, this was a Pro-Am entry. Consequently, in the IMSA WeatherTech series, if it's a Pro-Am, you have a green number panel. You have green mirrors. You have green borders on the windshield banner, and you also have green end caps of the rear wing. Were this a Pro entry like the Corvette, and you've probably seen that 1,000 times, everything that I've just showed you in green would be in red, as that is a factory entry. Anyhow, so about this livery, what's the deal with it, I guess you might be asking. This was done by a gentleman by the name of Andy Blackmore. Now, you'll see it says Blackmore right here under the GTD, which stands for GT Daytona. He is the one who designed this livery, and apparently he did this literally over Christmas in 2019. He only had like 3 weeks to get this done. And basically what he's got to do is he's got to come up with the drawing. He's got to, figure it all out. And then he's got to do it so that the wrap can be cut to conform to the car itself. And you'll see where he had some challenges here, and I'll clearly point them out as we go through with the video. You might be saying, all right, well, who is Andy Blackmore? Well, Andy Blackmore is based here in the States. He does the race day fan guides for the IMSA WeatherTech series. Now, the one that I'm showing you here is the one from Sebring International Raceway that I was at in March. And basically, this is just a guide that tells you everything about the race, what's going on, what you need to do. It covers the leader light system. It talks about the numbers, and you can see the green there for the GT Daytona Pro and the Grand Touring GT class in red. And then you have cool pictures of all the cars in all the various classes. And if you look at this Lamborghini, you can see a Lamborghini Huracan GT3 EVO. This is from 2023, so it does not have this particular car in it. But you get the point. So Andy Blackmore is the guy that does this. Now, the car itself is called the Pop Art Theme Style. And as you can see, it's just a combination of pop art all around it. But being a Spark car, it has all the usual details and the cool stuff you'd expect from a Spark, including a very nicely detailed interior, which is very, very hard to see because of the way this cabin is done out. But you can clearly, as we go around here, you can see the combination of green, red, pink, blue, dark blue, light blue. I mean, good God, you name it. It seems like nothing makes sense. It's just all bizarre all the way around. You can clearly see the names of all the drivers up there, and as we go around to the front of the car, more details, more details, more details. Just cool, cool, cool. I mean, again, everything that you would expect from a Spark. There you see the base with the American flag on there, the grille, the front splitter. Looking at it, it says girl racing. Again, that is girl empowerment around racing. That's what it stands for. It's not a brand. It's not sponsoring something. It's just about that. You even see the IMSA logo kind of done pop art style. And one thing you may have missed here, another one of the little detail things, is the toe strap, or the toe hook strap, which is right there. It's not a hook, it's actually a strap. You can see that as it goes around. It has a little tiny decal on top of it. You can barely see it, it is so small. But look at the beautiful detail of the radiators and how the decal from the number 19 banner even goes into the radiator bay. I mean, it's just phenomenal what they did here. Now, the number panel that you see is actually, that's inverted, right here, is actually on the dash of the car. It's on the dash of the car. I assume that's for the benefit of for the cameras. It's also got a smaller decal beneath it, again, for the benefit of the inboard camera when they're racing. What you see over here on the right-hand side are the tear tabs for the windshield. They just peel off in the course of the race. That way you don't have to use the windshield wiper unless it's absolutely raining, because you don't want bugs getting smeared all over the thing by doing that. So they just tear off sheets when they come in and do pit stops. Here again, you can see the same thing. And notice that the car is kind of two-sided. You've got Christina Neilsen on the driver's side, Katherine Legge on the right. Almost like it's divided half and half, because they are the two, the two co-drivers. The other drivers are basically just add-ons for the long-distance races, such as Daytona, Sebring, Watkins Glen, and the Petite Le Mans. But there's a look at the passenger side, just really cool. It is just so badass neat. And look how gorgeous that is. I'm not going to go over everything here. You can read it for yourselves. I'm not one of those guys that's going to, hand walk you through it. You can kind of just take a look at it. Most of you only watch these things for about a minute and a half anyway, and this is already on 6 minutes. This is number 219 out of 500. So again, this is a limited edition model. Beautiful rear carbon fiber diffuser there. Again, you can see the toe tag and the exhaust's clearly there. You can barely even see the lights in the black. They're just not really visible. And it says, girl empowered around racing right there in the yellow. There, and I'll pull this back a little bit. I don't know if we can focus on that and get it a little bit better. There we go. Number 19, and then the pink contributes on up the engine bay. This is just really, really, really cool, and I hope you guys have liked this. This is one of the more bizarre ones I've gotten. I may make a single video on bizarre art themes, because I have another one coming that's even more, well, it's more bizarre than this. It's almost an eyesore. But it is really neat. I haven't gotten it yet. I should be getting that on Monday. So that is going to wrap this up. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Take care, guys.